Good morning. Good morning. So, are you struggling to navigate the murky waters of the job market? Well, you're not alone, but what if I could show you a way to navigate it? I'm James Foster. This is the Careers Mastery Revolution, and I'm here today to show you how understanding your value and crafting a compelling proposition can set you up for success. I think it's probably true to say that over probably over 60% of CVs that I see are don't even include the idea of a value proposition. And those that do, the vast majority are buried, hidden in the depth of the CV, difficult to actually find what value the person has actually brought to the table. In order to secure the interview that you're looking for, you have to be compelling to the person that's reading your CV, or the person that's opening your cover letter, or the person that's looking at your LinkedIn profile, or however it is that this person has come to you. They have to see the value that you have to offer. They have to know what problems you can solve. They have to know what difference you have made. And in crafting value proposition, in telling your story in a way that's compelling, in a way that grabs the reader's attention, in a way that gets them sitting up, putting down their coffee, and paying attention to you. In doing that, you are going to get the interviews. You're going to get the invitations to meet. You're going to get people contacting you and asking you about what you can do for them. It's quite simple, really. The strategy to move your career to the next level is to, or I'll say that again because it's not quite as simple as just do that and it all happens. But the strategy, a part of the strategy to move your career to the next level is simply understanding the value that you have had and have made, the difference that you can make, and crafting a compelling proposition that has people wanting to know more. And that's it. It's really quite that simple, but it's so it's conspicuous by its absence in the market. The vast majority, as I say earlier, of CVs don't have value in them at all, and of those that do, they're not adequately presented in a way that is going to be compelling, and that's the key. So, what do I mean by a value proposition? Well, it's quite simple. How have you made money? How have you saved money? The Everything really boils down to those two, uh, yeah, buying motives. Um, when I present this, normally I talk about five buying motives, and we can add we can add saving a company reputation, saving the company, and saving time to those. But they're all effectively about making money or saving money. How have you impacted the bottom line? And that comes down to every single job that's ever created is there to either make money or save money. I'm talking about in a commercial area. Obviously, some jobs are there for other fundamental reasons, but within a commercial environment, those are the two reasons. I guess if you're in a hospital and you're a doctor, well, actually, it should be looked at in pretty much the same way. A hospital should be considered a commercial proposition, in my humble opinion, and therefore, how has the doctor impacted the bottom line of the health community that he's been working for, etc., etc. You can look at the armed forces, you can look at the police force and think that there may be exceptional exceptions, and maybe they are. But in a commercial environment, we are certainly talking about every single job that is there is either to make money or to save money. And understanding how you have done that in your job, what that value has been, the difference you have made, whether you measure that in actual pounds, shillings, and pence, or talking old money, or whether you measure that in percentages of customer satisfaction, or whether you talk about it in increased capability within a particular environment. It's all about how have you impacted the customer base, how have you got them to either spend more money or increase the margins that you're getting from them, uh, managing their satisfaction, etc., etc. The proposition, the value proposition, and it can all be looked at in that simple terms. So understanding that about yourself. Now, you know, um, I get a lot of people when I talk to them about this, they sort of say, "Well, yeah, but that's not me. I don't actually see any value. I don't actually add any value." But actually, in one way or another, you do, and it's understanding how that it comes into it and how you can present that in a compelling format. I was a program manager in my last job, which was quite a long time ago now. Um, and I I dealt with programs within the network of a telecommunications company. So it wasn't customer facing, but it was creating the environment on which the customer base was going to be sitting to carry out the business that they needed to carry out, so we could sell them the telecommunications services. So whilst I wasn't directly impacting the bottom line, you might think, I was, in so much that if I didn't do my job, there wasn't network facilities for these guys, for our sales team to sell the solutions that they needed to sell. It's You've got to look at it in those sorts of terms. So I enabled certain levels of business. I increased the capacity or whatever so that more customers could come on. That's the sort of way that you look at it. Sales is easy. Support people. They are looking after the customer's interest and basically getting them back online, spending money with you quicker, or maintaining their loyalty, etc., etc. And within any job, it's easy enough when you start looking at it from the point of view of how am I impacting the function of my business, of the business that I'm working for. So creating a value proposition, understanding the problem that you're solving, because that's essentially what we do. When I was going for a job, again, it's actually in another telecommunications company. The value proposition that I brought to them was the fact that I had actually done exactly the job that they were looking for another company. It was switch implementation, telephone exchange implementation way back in the day. And I had done exactly that for another company. So coming into their organization, I could match exactly what they were looking for. And in demonstrating the success I had within my previous projects and showing that we managed to deliver them effectively to time at the right time, and in a manner in a manner that they were able to impact the customer base of that particular company in a positive way. So that got me the interview, and in talking about the value that I brought into that organization, that got me the job. So it's fairly straightforward and simple in certain areas, but we're not. But I understand that in certain jobs it can be a little bit more difficult. For example, think of an administrator. How does an administrator affect the bottom line? How does an EA affect the bottom line? Well, they're saving the time of the people that they're administrating for, or supporting within within their job. So an EA is actually quite easy to see, because if they're affected, if they're working for a senior executive, they are managing that person's life so that that senior executive is available to do exactly what they need to be doing when they need to be doing it. The administrator within a group is making sure that the smooth running and functionality for the people within that group, so that they can get on with their business. So they're impacting the bottom line in that way. Every job impacts the bottom line in one way or another. Understanding your value and creating stories around that value that you can present in an effective way, well, that's part of what we show you as as a part of the career the career mastery revolution. This isn't the way that normal CVs are written these days. Normal CVs are based around skills. They're based around functionality. Maybe some uh, added value thrown in for a good effect, but the career mastery revolution is centering the whole of your CV around the value that you have brought into the organizations that you have worked for, in such a way that it stands out. And whoever's looking at your CV, whoever's looking at your profile, whoever is considering you for a particular role, is going to immediately know that you're going to impact their business, that you're going to solve their problems. The career mastery revolution. Today, I've got a new product that I've just um, put out onto the market, called the Maverick Your Profile. It's a workshop for how to create exactly these value propositions. By workshop, it's a video around 25 minutes that goes into detail of exactly how and why you can create a value story around your particular proposition. We give you live examples of people that have actually done this and show you their stories. And we show you how to put these stories in an effective way within a CV. The Maverick Your Profile is a game-changing strategy, and it's priced at less than £7. And there is a link that's going to come with this in the description of this video. Go take a look at it, see what you think. £7, it's a game changer. And today, hopefully you've seen that there is an effective way for you to get your message across to people in a compelling manner that's going to have them sitting up, taking notice of you. And the Maverick Your Profile is the mechanism by which you can do this. I'm James Foster. This is Careers Matter.